What's up guys, Shane Starnes coming to you from Las Vegas. I'm here at CES partnering with Rabbit. I took a break from all the action to check out the Rabbit launch. They just launched their new R1 companion device, and this thing's gonna change the way that we use the internet. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the launch event.
The smartphone was supposed to be intuitive, but with hundreds of apps on your phone today that don't work together, it no longer is. Our smartphones has become the best device to kill time instead of saving them. Recent achievements in large language models, however, or LLMs, a type of AI technology, have made it much easier for machines to understand you. Where these assistants struggle is still getting things done. If we can make an AI trigger actions on any kind of interface, just like a human would, we will solve the problem. This insight led us to create the Large Action Model, or LAM, as we call it. With the Large Action Model, we fundamentally find a solution to the challenges that apps, APIs, or agents face. The Large Language Model understands what you say, but the Large Action Model gets things done. We'll pack the Large Action Model into an advanced RabbitOS operating system. It is built for real-time interactions between you and the Rabbit, powered by LAM. Large Action Model's concept and test results are so powerful that we decided to make a one-of-a-kind mobile device. Introducing R1, your pocket companion. This is the Rabbit R1. Designed in collaboration with Teenage Engineering, the R1 is a fully standalone device, primarily driven by natural language. R1 is equipped with everything you need to interact with you and perceive your surroundings. It comes with a touchscreen, a push-to-talk button, and an analog scroll wheel, a microphone and speakers, and a computer vision-enabled 360-degree rotational camera we call the Rabbit Eye. It is Bluetooth and Wi-Fi capable, and it has the same card slots that supports global 4G LTE network. And now, let's see how it works. What's the stock price of Coca-Cola?
Searching for the stock price of Coca-Cola. The stock price of Coca-Cola, KO, is $59.76.
I want to take my family to London. It's going to be 2 of us and a child of age 12. We're thinking of January 30th to February 5th. Can you plan the entire trip for me? We like cheap non-stop flights, grouped seats, a cool SUV, and a nice hotel that has Wi-Fi.
Exploring ticketing options to make your trip a reality. For your trip, I found various flight options, a range of hotels to choose from, and car rentals available. Please confirm each option individually for further details and booking.
So it's all been planned out. I just confirm, and that's it. We are experimenting with what we call the teach mode. Just like how I can teach my friend how to skateboard, I can show R1 how to do it, and it will learn from me. This means that any user, regardless of technical background, can teach R1 to learn new skills. R1 is our companion that hosts the Large Action Model with natural language. I can use it for a wide range of tasks. Ask anything, direct actions, complex actions, AI-enhanced video calls, note-taker, translator, with a Rabbit Eye, computer vision, and experimental teach mode. On the hardware perspective, we got a 360 rotational camera, a global 4G LTE SIM card, a push-to-talk button, and an analog scroll wheel. We priced the Rabbit R1 at $199, no subscription, no hidden fees. You can order the R1 now at rabbit.tech, and we are shipping Easter 2024.
All right, so that was a lot to take in. Those were just the highlights. I would encourage you to go to rabbit.tech, watch the entire launch video. There's a lot of incredible new technology in this device. Real quickly, I want to summarize the intent of this device and what it aims to do. So I've got some notes here. Rabbit aims to create the simplest computer. The way they look at it, these phones that we've been using for over a decade, they have an app interface, and while it can do pretty much anything you need, they do them in several different steps. They can be frustrating at times. Instead of having thousands of applications and needing several steps to get things done, they wanted something simpler and more intuitive, and that's what they've developed with the R1 Pocket Companion. One thing that I love that he said is that our smartphones have become the best way to kill time, but they are terrible at saving time. They went on to explain the natural language approach, which is kind of what we have with ChatGPT and some of the other AI assistant devices that are out there right now. Those assistants and devices can only utilize the large language model, which means that those things can't actually do things for you. Current smart assistants struggle to understand what we are saying, and they can't really act on the things that we're telling them to do. This led Rabbit to develop the large action model, so it can actually interact with web pages in the same way that a human would. This means that it can actually book your cab ride. It can actually book your hotel stay. It can do all of these things at once. One of the neatest demonstrations that I saw in the presentation, he asked Rabbit to book his entire trip to London, plus make an itinerary of activities for his family to do. Now, that would take me and my wife weeks to accomplish, because we'd have to look through every single listing for hotels. We'd have to look through all the flight listings and choose the one that we thought was best for us. And then as far as like choosing activities, there's probably hundreds of things to do in London. We'd have to go through and sift through all the different attractions, restaurants, and things to kind of plan an itinerary, or we would just kind of wing it when we got there with no plans at all. So that demonstration to me was pretty incredible. They didn't go into heavy specifics on the product specifications. I don't think that that's what this device is designed for. They even said that the R1 is not necessarily a device designed to replace your phone. It's just a new way to interact with the internet in a much more natural and easy way. In the teaser video, I assumed that it didn't have a touch screen. This does have a touch screen. One thing that I really like about this device, I was under the impression that it was voice activated only. You can activate it with a voice, or you can shake it to produce a keyboard, so you can type in commands if you're in a meeting or if you're in a place that's public and you don't want to be speaking to a device. You don't have to. There is a keyboard interface so that you can type in your commands that way. So I did like that. Also like just how fast this was. So usually when you give an assistant a command, it's going to take several seconds. This was a whole lot quicker, at least in the demonstration that we saw. According to Rabbit, this is 10 times faster than most other assistants out there. It can complete tasks in 500 milliseconds, which is very, very fast. And it definitely looked like it was getting the job done very quickly in the demonstration. This is also able to connect to your existing services. They did a demonstration with Spotify, but there were many other services that they had already connected to. I did like the fact that they mentioned a bit about privacy and how they're not interacting with your login. They're just directing you to your service's login screen, and you'll log in basically through the third party, and then it will register on your device and you're able to use it. So I do like that privacy aspect. And another thing that was really incredible here is the teach mode. So he actually showed Rabbit how to do a specific task, and then Rabbit learned how to do that task, and from that point on, Rabbit was able to do that specific task. So this could definitely be beneficial, like especially in my line of work. I can show Rabbit how to do a specific task. Maybe that's edit a video, maybe that's edit photographs or things like that. And then once I've taught that in teach mode, it can do that whenever I request it later on. I'm very excited about the R1 Companion device. I'm shocked that it was only $199 for everything that it can do and everything that they say it's capable of doing. I really expected this to launch closer to some of the other AI devices out there in the $500 to $1,000 range, but at $199, I think it's affordable enough that even if you don't believe in it fully yet, it's at a price point where you could at least try it out. So when I have it in hand, you guys will be the first to know, and I'll put out my review video as soon as I've had time to use it. Do be sure that you head to the link in the description where you can watch the launch video in its entirety. A lot of interesting stuff there. And also go ahead and place your order. There's a very limited supply. They are shipping by Easter of 2024 very quickly. So you definitely want to go ahead and get your order in as soon as possible. That about wraps it up for this video. Thanks guys for watching. Be blessed. I'll see you in the next one.